3 minutes into this movie, I had tears running down my face. Find out why after the intro. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And right here, right now, on this episode of Does It Hold Up, we're starting our Bad Boys franchise trip. And I gotta tell you right now, this movie means so much to me. There's a couple movies in my life that, stuck with me the first time I saw them. One being Nightmare on Elm Street 4, two being Terminator 2, and the next one being Bad Boys. The reason for that is because to be able to see Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, who were on my television every single week and then eventually every single night for years and years and years in a movie together, was like seeing the Mega Powers, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, or the Ultimate Maniacs with, Randy Savage and Ultimate Warrior. It was just mind-boggling to me. And I'm sitting there with my son, and he's laying down like this with a smile on his face watching it. And I see him, and he looks like I looked when I was 10 years old when I first saw this movie. Just that smirk and that smile at that Miami scene and the intro music that is just so iconic to me. So let's get to it. Bad Boys is about cops, two police officers, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, who have completely opposite personalities. Mike Lowry, played by Will Smith, is a former rich kid who has all the style in the world, and we won't find out why until part 3 later on, but he is just at the top of the heap, GQ'd up, full of adrenaline, always wanting action. And then you have Marcus Burnett, who is played by Martin Lawrence, and he's very agitated all the time. He's a family man, but even though they match energies at moments, at their core, they are very different people that get together at the right times, and they've been partners for a long time, and they're still kind of fresh because these guys are young in this movie. What happens here is all the drugs from the police station, from a sting, are stolen, and there's a dirty cop that was involved, and Mike uses his affiliates out in the street, including a beautiful, beautiful woman who is a call girl, to see what she can sniff around and find out. She gets invited out to a lead, and she gets discovered by the very same people that took those drugs. Unfortunately, her life ends there. But her friend, her roommate, played by Téa Leoni, does not. She gets away. And this is where this movie starts to go, because from here on out, Mike is out for revenge because his friend died basically because she was trying to help him out. And then Marcus is put into a heap of crap because Mike is out there trying to be trigger happy Mike and find out things on his own. Now Téa Leoni needs protection, and she will only go with Mike. Mike isn't around, so Marcus has to play Mike. Martin doing the role of Will Smith, he's not smooth at all. He's never been smooth. I don't think there's been a moment that he ever played smooth. Will is just smooth to his core when it comes to, the ladies and just being around people. So this is where a lot of the comedy in the movie happens, and there's so much banter. Like the opening scene of this movie, there's a lot of back and forth cursing, and there's just no holding back. This was really the first time I saw Will Smith and Martin being action-packed, and they're so natural and so good at it. And a lot of the movie is carried by their banter and funny situations. Yes, there's action, but it's not what the series would become. The biggest action comes in the last, 45 minutes of the movie, especially when Téa Leoni gets captured. I absolutely love this movie. So let's get to the does it hold up rating system for this, because when it comes to story, 5 bandanas out of 5. It's so engaging. When it comes to action, 5 bandanas out of 5. And when it comes to special effects, 5 bandanas out of 5. Everything is practical in this movie. There is an explosion that happens towards the end of this in a hangar with a bunch of flammable, stuff going on. It's just awesome. It's so good. So to answer the question, does Bad Boys hold up? It absolutely holds up. And I think this is a movie that will hold up 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. People can watch Bad Boys and just enjoy it with a smile and a smirk. If you can't tell, this is not a series that I haven't seen before. This isn't like Scream where I missed out on 4 and 5 and I was catching up. This isn't like Night of the Demons that I never seen part 2 and 3 and XYZ. This isn't even like The Omen where I've never seen any of those movies until I did that franchise viewing. Bad Boys is a series where I've seen 1 and 2 easily over 10 times a piece. And 3, I gotta watch that again. I saw it when it came out to theaters. I want to see it at home, see how I feel about it. And then we're gonna roll right into part 4 that comes out June 7th. That's gonna be right here on this channel. And we're gonna do a franchise ranking and we're gonna go live and talk about Bad Boys. So let me know, were you around when Bad Boys first came out? Was it as impressive to you? Did it hit you like it did me to see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith on the same screen together and in a movie just cutting loose with each other? And none of that, corny PG-13 stuff. This is rated R and they let you know it right away. Bad Boys is awesome. Let's do this. I'm Alex Thorn and you know what I gotta do. I gotta go rock out so I can come back and watch Bad Boys and get my shooting on right for you guys.